G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel. A bit of a windy day here in Melbourne. Hopefully you guys can pick up my voice okay. Today I want to start to repot my black pines. So I'm going to start with this guy here. Now you can probably see the trees coming along well. You've probably seen it. I've done a little spin around. You'll see the little spin around that I've included in the start of this video. But yeah, this is a tree that I don't think this pot suits it. It's got that nice, it's that flower shaped pot. It just doesn't suit it. I think it needs a more semi-cascade type of pot or something a bit more interesting. Maybe I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to do a round pot or a small cascade pot kind of thing, semi-cascade pot for it. I'm going to see what they look like and how they look and which one I prefer. I'm a bit limited in pot choice at the moment because we're in lockdown in Melbourne. It's hard pressed to get any pots come in and go to the club and have a look at some pots to pick up, but we're going to try and do the best we can for this guy. I've just raised it up so you can see it. It's come along okay, but the main reason is I wanted to repot this is the soil surface is very, I'm finding it hard to water this tree now, so it's really starting to get quite compact. And the diamite I find is a bit, it's an older soil mix I had from maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It's quite compact now, so I want to give it a repot, and it's a good chance to show you what it takes to repot a black pine and how you treat it differently. So that's what I'm going to do today. So whilst I've got you, I just want to tell you that if you're a subscriber on this channel, YouTube's changed the way you guys get notified. So previously I think you would have got emails when I put new videos up, but they've taken that option away now. So it's kind of, if you're not a subscriber and you haven't clicked there's a little bell icon you've got to click, you won't get any notifications that I put new videos up. So I don't know if you guys are finding that you don't see the videos I put up pretty much every second day. That's the reason why. So you might have to maybe download the app on your phones or iPads, because then the app will pop up a little message saying there's a new video to watch. But when you're subscribed, you need to click on the little bell icon. So just if you needed to know that's why you're not getting any email notifications, because I know a few of you have asked me, we don't get notifications anymore about that your videos are up. So that's the reason YouTube took that away. But anyway, let's get stuck in this tree now. There's some information for you and we'll see what I do. Okay. So I have cut the wires that are tying the tree in, and as always I have given it a bit of a out to try and get this tree out already. Right. Now I'm going to try, I think I might want to bring the camera in closer. Or can you see how nice and white that stuff is? That's the mycorrhizae on the pines. Mycorrhizae fungus on the pines. It's a really important symbiotic relationship with the pines, that mycorrhizae. So you can see it's nice and white. That's a very good sign. Very compact though. You can see why I need to repot it. And even the Y is still in there. So I've got to really look at combing this out. Now we'll never ever when I repot pines, never ever wash the roots. You know, like how you've seen me do on my tridents and shinpaku and all that. I would never do the same thing. So that's why you just got to be a bit careful now. Pines you treat differently, so you really got to go through, comb out all the roots. I mainly focus on the top just to break through the soil surface for the start bit. Also going to take a lot of these weeds that have grown in between all the roots out. But I think if the soil surface wasn't so compact, I wouldn't even repot. But it just got so compact, I found over the growing season last season that it needs to be repotted. So it's it's late, very, very late August at the moment, early September by the time this video gets up. Here we're just starting to get some warmer weather, it's starting to get a bit more consistent. Still a few cold days here, but nothing too cold in the big scheme of things. So I would have liked to start this last weekend probably, but we just had such a terribly cold, wet weekend. I didn't want to go outside. So I've left it to today, which is now very windy, but warm day. So it's a bit all over the shop, the weather at the moment, this time of year. So just got to do what you can with what you got. So as I said, I'm just combing it out, combing the top part first. So it's a bit more cleared out the top bit. Now I'm just going to try and get some of this really heavy stuff off. So it might take me a little bit. So I'm going to come back. I might let you guys see that. It's going to be a bit bored, but I'll come back and show you what it looks like when I'm finished the combing out process. Alright, so I have given it a nice clean. You can see the massive root ball that I've taken off. Pretty much it was like a pancake, so pretty much pulled off as one big pancake. Don't have it here, I threw it out, but I can bring it back and show you in a minute. But just wanted to show you, I wanted to get this repotting done pretty quick. I think I like this pot. I think I chose this pot. I think I like it as it is. We just have a look. Might suit the tree pretty well. Looks pretty good. I think if I had maybe a cylinder, like a round or an oval deep, I would have used that, but I got this in anyway. It's a bit lighter colour pot than the dark browns, but I think it might be okay for this tree. I think this looks okay, this one. So I'm going to go with this one for now. I don't have much else to choose from, really. I had another pot, but it's a bit too shallow and it doesn't really suit the tree. So got my wires ready to go in. Just going to put the tree aside. Let's get some soil. Now, I did keep sometimes what I do is I keep a bit of the mycorrhizae that I take off. So there's a bit of mycorrhizae, the white stuff, that I'm going to leave, that I'm going to put into the soil mix. It's just something that I saw once or read once that seems to help, but I think the trees just grow them anyway. But just another little trick, I guess, or some option, technique, to include some of that in there, so the tree can, I guess, go back into a similar mixture and grow that mycorrhizae. So I'm just going to turn this back to me. So you saw I didn't wash the roots or anything like that. It's purely so I didn't wash the roots because I didn't want to get rid of that mycorrhizae. So that's why I didn't do that. So let's see what we're doing. I've got to work reasonably quick today because it's very windy and the roots dry out. So when you're repotting, probably not the best time to do it during a windy day. But as I said, I missed out last weekend because it was just ridiculously cold and wet, and I really didn't want to go outside. And that's where I have to work if I want to repot. So I gave it up. So I have to do it this weekend. Now we'll use my chopsticks, but what I'm doing is I'm trying to get into the areas so that the tree will kind of stand where it's supposed to. I will tie the tree in, of course, but by putting the soil into the crevices as you go, you're kind of making it nice and solid, so the tree doesn't move as much. So it's a good thing. And you saw from the roots, you could see how it was quickly drying out in that weather. So I'm just going to tie the tree in this way first, just lightly, till I can make sure I've got it really covered. I want to make sure, because I've kind of lifted the tree up a little bit, I didn't want it to be leaning too much, so I'm hoping this works. Pretty good, pretty nice and solid. It's coming forward, which is what I want. Maybe a slight twist before I block it in. always use this chopstick, especially when you're repotting something brand new. So you can see, if I look upside on, you can see just coming forward out here, it's just nice. And there's just a little bit of back there, so the tree's always just the forward of the front, which I like. I don't want it to be too back, I want it to be more forward, so that's good. So I might just start to tie the tree in. So it's pretty quick, you saw it, it doesn't take long at all to do. It's just got to have everything ready, you know. Always have your soil ready, have your pots ready that you want to choose between. With this one I didn't have to wash the soil, so it's probably even quicker. You don't have to rinse it all out. If this was like nursery tree, going from a nursery container to if this is a nursery container going to a bonsai pot, I would only ever like take the soil off one side of the roots and leave the original soil on the other. So you're doing a gradual replacement of the soil over the coming years. You never do it all in one go, things like that. So I'm not doing any nursery pot to bonsai pot at the moment. I don't have any planned, I don't think, this year anyway. So I can't really show you that. But Boone, who's obviously everyone hopefully knows who Boone is, you know, is a big promoter of that. You only do half the roots when you're replacing the soil. So, and Boone was here in Australia a few years ago, probably 2012 now, I think. Well, at Melbourne anyway. I know he comes to visit a few other states, but you know, it's always good to have experts tell you and show you the results, and he's shown us quite clearly the results on doing that, so it's pretty good. But the tree's coming along really well. I'm just gonna finish off. It's desperately needing a water, but it's nice. And when I poke the chopstick in, it's quite solid now. There's a few areas that are a bit loose. But we'll get through it. And there you have it. Repotted, nice, new pot. Looking okay. I think it suits it. It suits it now. It's a much better pot than the other one. Gives it that depth that it needs to be a cascade kind of thing. So better than that kind of flower pot. So there you go, guys. Another one done. Quickly grab just one second. I'll show you the root pancake that I took off. Pretty much just came right off. So that's gone. So we just hope to get nice healthy new roots on this tree growing. So I'll just water this tree in and then let it sit and recover. It's pretty strong growing, so I still would expect to do the decandling process on this tree. I won't stop it. Shouldn't stop it unless it doesn't shoot candles, which I'll be surprised if it doesn't do that. It's already showing signs of the new candles coming through, so treat it as normal, and have another tree done. So that's my first black pine in the series. I've got a few more I want to do this season, so hope you saw that, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.